1,000 soldiers permanently, like forever, 10,000 soldiers at their side of the border and stop fentanyl and illegal aliens.
Now to our other top story tonight. President Donald Trump reverses course, putting a hold on the 25% tariff on imports from both Mexico and Canada. Good evening and thanks so much for joining us. I'm Marcella Lee. The hold is set to last at least 30 days for both countries after President Trump said Mexico's president agreed to send 10,000 soldiers to their side of the border. And Canadian Prime Minister Justin Trudeau pledged additional cooperation on border security. Meanwhile, the 10% tariff on goods from China is still set to take effect tomorrow. Now, if you're wondering, alongside many Americans, how these tariffs might impact you, here's our Shannon Handy.
Experts say these tariffs will be far-reaching, affecting everything from avocados to cars.
Eating at your favorite restaurant or buying common items from the grocery store could soon cost you more.
We may have short-term a little pain, and people understand that, but long-term, the United States has been ripped off by virtually every country.
President Trump threatened a 25% tariff on goods from Mexico and Canada as part of an effort to curb illegal drugs and immigration. Earlier today, he said he would pause those tariffs for a month after he and the leaders of both countries struck last-minute deals. It comes as Mexico and Canada agreed to added border security. However, a 10% tariff on China is still set to go into effect tomorrow.
Just to put this in perspective, 50% of everything that we import in the United States comes from these three countries.
Eileen Daspero is a clinical professor and faculty director of international business at the University of San Diego. She says while a pause is promising for Mexico and Canada, there's still a lot of uncertainty among local businesses.
So they're not quite sure how to react. You know, do they continue to stockpile merchandise? Do they reconfigure their supply chains and start buying products from other companies, from suppliers from other countries?
The tariffs will likely equate to higher prices on a range of products, most notably for Mexico, which exports 70% of its goods to the U.S. Consumers could see prices jump on fruits and vegetables like avocados, tomatoes, strawberries, raspberries, bell peppers, and limes. Cars will also be more expensive because most are built in Mexico. Beer and tequila will be impacted as well. Affected Canadian products include beef, lumber, maple syrup, oil, and gasoline, though energy products will only have a 10% tariff, not the full 25%. From China, expect to pay more for electronics, toys, and sporting equipment. Not only that, but Dastro says Trump's executive order also gets rid of the de minimis exemption, which allows overseas retailers to ship packages worth under $800 to the U.S. without having to pay an extra tax.
That loophole has been eliminated, and they will now be taxed on those imports. So, you know, a lot of U.S. consumers like to buy from Shein or like to buy from Temu, and those products are no longer going to be as cheap as they were before. So the impact is going to be really far-reaching.
Shannon Handy, CBS 8.